Welcome to my channel. So this is the circuit analysis playlist. So already I posted the several videos related with the Ohm's law and its Ohm's law and problems, Kirchhoff's current law and problem, then Kirchhoff's voltage law and problems. So now we are going to solve some electric circuit using the related thing. Okay, so you see the question, find current through 3 ohm resistor in the circuit shown below. Okay, so you see this is the given circuit. So in this electric circuit, the two voltage sources are given. This is the 42 volt voltage source. This is the 28 volt voltage source. Okay, and the three resistances 6 ohm, 12 ohm and 3 ohm is connected in that configuration. So the question is to current flowing through 3 ohm resistor. This, what is the current flowing through this 3 ohm resistor, we have to find out. Okay, this is the question. So here the method is not mentioning. Okay, so that is using mesh analysis solve, using nodal analysis solve. No method is mentioning, so we may use any method. Okay, so here we are going to use the method. Just we are going to write the KVL equation and we are going to find the current flowing through the 3 ohm resistor. Okay, so first one, in order to write the KVL equation, so first we have to mark the current flowing through each branch. Okay, so here you see, here one battery is given. Okay, so the circuit is supplied with two battery. Here one 42 volt battery, here one 28 volt battery. Okay, so you already know this long lead, it indicates the positive terminal, the short lead, it indicates the negative terminal. Okay, so first this 42 volt battery, it is giving some current to the particular circuit. So that's why you just consider current flowing through this 6 ohm resistor is, you take it as a variable I1. Okay, so the I1 current is flowing from this point A to B. From the source, then some current I1 is flowing. Okay, similarly here you see, here one battery is there. So because of this battery, some current, okay, I2. So you see the current I2 is emerging from this battery. Let us consider that current as a I2. So what is the current flowing through this 12 ohm resistor? I2. Okay, then I1 is coming here, okay, in this branch. I2 current is coming in this branch. Now you see the node B. In node B, both currents are added. Okay, since this current and this current, both currents are added, and the addition of this I1 and I2 is flowing through this 3 ohm resistor. Okay, so this current direction, the marking of current direction is the first and foremost step. Okay, so after marking the current direction only, we have to write the KVL equations. Okay, so the first one, we drawn the current direction. This is the current I1. Then because of this voltage source, here also one current it will supply, and both the currents are added, and that total current is flowing through this particular branch 3 ohm. So our question is to, we have to find the current flowing through this 3 ohm resistor. Okay, so we have to calculate the value of I1, I2 separately, and you just add the I1, I2 means that is the current flowing through the 3 ohm resistor. Okay, so next one, in order to solve this variable I1 and I2, first we needed the two equation. Okay, so we are having the two variable I1 and I2. So in order to solve the two variable, we needed at least two KVL equation. Okay, so now we are going to write the KVL equation for the loop. Okay, so you know what is mean by KVL? Kirchhoff's voltage law means Kirchhoff's voltage law is applied for any closed path. Okay, so in this diagram, how many closed paths is there? Three closed paths is there. One is this A, B, D, A. Okay, this is the one closed path. Another one is B, C, D, B. This is the one closed path. Then this complete A, B, C, D, A. This is also a one complete three closed path. But we needed only the two equation. If two equation is there means we can solve the two variable I1 and I2. So that's why we are going to write only the two equation. We are going to apply KVL for two loop. So what is the first loop means? We are taking A, B, D, A. So A, oh, so you see A, B, dA. So we are going to write the KVL equation. So first one, so according to KVL, you know, algebraic sum of all voltages in a closed path is 0, or otherwise in a closed path the sum of voltage rise is equal to sum of voltage drop. Okay, so already you know the KVL. If you want to learn that is KVL, how to write the KVL equation for any loop, so already I posted the video in order to explain the Kirchhoff's current law and voltage law separately. I will give link in the description box for those videos you just learned. Okay, so now you see, if you are starting from here, if you are starting here means you see the voltage minus to plus. So what is the voltage potential, lower potential to higher potential? This is said to be voltage rise. Okay, so you just write voltage rise in a left side. Okay, so which is equal to, then when we are coming here, there is a resistor, 6 ohm resistor is there. In the 6 ohm resistor, what is the current flowing? I1. Okay, so in one resistor, the current is flowing means what about the voltage? The voltage is dropped across the resistor. Okay, so the voltage is dropped across the resistor, the potential is plus to minus. Okay, so this is the voltage drop. So according to Ohm's law, what is the voltage drop across the 6 ohm resistor? 6 into I1. Okay, then when we are coming here, there is a 3 ohm resistor is there. So what is the current flowing through this 3 ohm resistor? I1 plus I2. So what is the voltage drop across this 3 ohm resistor? 3 into I1 plus I2. Okay, so that's all. Okay, only the three elements. One is voltage source, two resistances. So this voltage source minus to plus means this is the voltage rise. Then the remaining two thing is a voltage drop. Okay, so now you see, then you just expand this 3I1 plus 3I2. Then you collect the I1 term separately, I2 term separately. So 6I1 plus 3I1, we can write it as a 9I1. Okay, then plus 3I2 equal to 42. So you consider this is the equation number 1. Okay, then we have to apply one more KVL for the another loop. So what is another loop? You see, CBDC. So you see C. Which one is C? Here, C. Okay, this battery. So from this battery, we are starting the battery C, B, D, and C. Okay, so for this loop, this is the first loop, this is the second loop. So here, there is a voltage source there. So from the voltage source, you just start the direction. So we are going to write the KVL equation for the second loop. So if you are writing the KVL equation for the second loop, so if you are starting from here, okay, so from here you see the voltage source minus to plus. So minus to plus means it is called as a voltage rise. So this 28 volt is a voltage rise. So you write it voltage rise in one side. Okay, and if you are coming here, what is the resistance? There is a resistance 12 ohm is there. The current flowing through this resistance is I2. Okay, in one resistor, current is flowing means the voltage is dropped across the resistor. So what is the voltage drop value? 12 into I2. Similarly, when we are coming here, the 3 ohm resistor with the current is I1 plus I2. So we can write 28 equal to 12 into I2 plus 3 I1 plus I2. Then you just split this 3 I1 plus I2 as 3 I1 plus 3 I2. Then you combine the 12I2, 3I2 you combine. So we can get 28 equal to 3I1 plus 15I2. This is the equation number 2. Okay, so now we are going to solve this equation number 1 and equation number 2. So you see equation number 1 and 2, it consists of the two variables I1, I2. Okay, similarly here also the variable I1, I2. So our aim is to find out the variable I1 and I2. So in order to solve this equation, so you may use any method. Okay, you may use a substitution method or any method. You may find out the variable I1 and I2. So now we are going to solve this two equation using a matrix method. Okay, so this is the simple method you see. So you just write this equation number 1 and equation number 2 into matrix form. Okay, so how to write this matrix form means, so here how many variables are there? I1 and I2. So you just write I1, I2 in column wise. Okay, then in the first row, okay, in first row, what we have to do means, in first equation, what is the coefficient of I1? You see, What is the coefficient of I1? 9. So you write 9 in the first row, first column. Then what is the coefficient of I2? 3. You write it in a first row, second column. Okay. Then similarly in equation number 2, okay, in equation number 2, what is the coefficient of I1? You see 3. So you write the 3 in a second row, and you write the coefficient of I2 in a second column. So this is the 1 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, so the 2 equation means we can get the 2 by 2 constant matrix multiplied with the variable I1, I2, which is equal to the constant. So what is the constant available in the left side of this equation number 1? 42. Similarly, what is the coefficient available in the left side of equation number 2? It's at 28. So 40 to 28. Okay. So this is the matrix form. So we converted the two equation into matrix form. Okay. So after writing matrix form, if we want to find out the variable I1 and I2 means, so first we have to determine the del. So what is mean by del means the determinant of this 2 by 2 matrix. Okay. So we have to find the determinant of this 2 by 2 matrix. So determinant of 9, 3, 3, 15. It is nothing but, so determinant already you know, you multiply this 9 and 15, then minus you multiply these two diagonal data 3 into 3. So 9 into 15 minus 3 into 3. Okay, so if you are calculating, we will get the answer as 126. Okay, this is the determinant value of this constant coefficient matrix. Okay, next one, we have to find out del I1. So what is del I1 means? In this constant 2 by 2 matrix, you just replace this first column. Okay, you just replace this first column by this constant value. What is the constant value? 40 to 28. So you replace this 9, 3, this first column by this 40 to 28 means we will get del I1. So del I1 you see 40 to 28, 3, 15. Okay. So for this 2 by 2 matrix, you just find the determinant value. So 42 into 15, you multiply minus of 28 into 3. So if you are calculating, we will get the answer as 546. Okay. Similarly, we have to find out del I2. So what is del I2? In the same, this 2 by 2 constant 2 by 2 matrix, coefficient matrix, replace the second column. Okay, so you just replace the second column by this constant matrix means that is said to be del I2. Okay, so the del I2 equal to 9, 3, 40 to 28. So if you are multiplying, so we will get the answer is so 9 into 28 minus 42 into 3. So the answer is 126. So we can find the del I2 value as 126. Okay, so after calculating del I1, del I2, our question is to, we have to find out the value of current I1 and I2. Okay, so from that, the current I1 is nothing but, it's a ratio of del I1 divided by del. Okay, so what is del I1? 546. What is del? The determinant value 126. So 546 divided by 126. So the answer is 4.33 amps. Okay, similarly, the current I2 is calculated by, it's a ratio of del I2 divided by del. Okay, so 126 divided by 126. So we can get 1 amps. Okay, so these are all the current I1 and I2. So in a circuit, we calculated the two variable, this I1 variable and this I2 variable. But what is our question? Our question is to, we have to find the current flowing through 3 ohm resistor. So what is the current flowing through 3 ohm resistor in our circuit? The current flowing through the 3 ohm resistor is I1 plus I2. Okay, so it's addition of I1 plus I2. So therefore, the current flowing through the 3 ohm resistor is I1 plus I2. So 4.33 plus 1. So the answer is 5.33 amps. Okay, so this is the total current flowing through the 3 ohm resistor. Okay, so this is one of the problem using the branch current method. So the same problem we can solve using the mesh analysis also, but now we are using the branch current method. So branch current means the current flowing in a branch we marked and we calculated. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel. And if you want to learn the remaining videos, that is Ohm's law problem, Kirchhoff's voltage law, current law, and their definition and related problem. So in my channel, there is a separate playlist is created in the name circuit analysis. So in that all videos are available in order you can see, or I will give link for those videos in the description box. You can refer it. Okay, so thank you. We will meet in the next video.